What's this? You want to wait? All right, good evening, everybody. We are going to get started. I'm going to call this November 13th, 2023 business meeting to order, and I'll ask for roll call.
Dr. Campley? Here. Mr. Dorr? Here. Mrs. Evans-Brockett? Here. Mr. Fountain?
Here.
Mr. Keenan? Here. Dr. Kohler? Here. Mrs. Mayers? Here. Mr. Saylor?
Here.
Ms. White? Here.
Thank you very much. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The mission of Perkiomen Valley School District is to cultivate an inclusive community of learners empowered to grow intellectually, socially, and emotionally. I'm looking for an approval for the agenda as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And the ayes have it. I'm looking for the approval for, waiting for the screen to pop. There we go. Looking for a motion to approve the request of the minutes from October 11th, 2023 and November 6th, 2023. Is there a second? Second. Any comments? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. All right. We're going to have a special recognition, and I'll hand the floor over to Mrs. Mayers and Dr. Russell.
Good evening. We are proud to honor one of our outstanding Perkiomen Valley High School students who has achieved commended student status in the National Merit Scholarship Program. These commendable students have demonstrated exceptional proficiency in the PSAT and MSQT test, assessing their reading, math, and writing abilities. Their remarkable achievement opens up opportunities for potential school for special scholarships, generously supported and sponsored by corporations and businesses. We would like to congratulate Madhu Ari for his commendable achievement. Please come up. Congratulations. Now we'll move on to athletics. We are proud to recognize the achievements of our student athletes, honoring their dedication, hard work, and passion displayed on playing fields, courts, and arenas. Their achievements reflect the values we uphold as a district, and we are privileged to showcase their accomplishments tonight. To begin, we recognize the achievements of our boys cross-country team, who under the guidance of coaches Ryan Sullivan, Doug Leister, and Jamie Slack clinched victory at the PAC Championships at Hebner Park. Ian Johnson in first place, Cooper Hay in fifth place, and Nathan Boyer in sixth place. All made significant contributions to the team's success, while Jason Clifford and Alex Corbin rounded out the top 5 for the PV team's winning score. Ian Johnson's phenomenal performance deserves special mention, as he not only secured the overall win, but also recorded the second fastest time in the course's history with an astounding 16-minute run. Congratulations. The team's dedication, teamwork, and unwavering commitment exemplify the spirit of our student athletes, and we are immensely proud of their achievements. Congratulations to our boys cross-country team for your remarkable accomplishments. And I'm going to read your names and just ask you to please come up and get your certificate. Ian Johnson. Cooper Hay. Nathan Boyer. Jason Clifford. Alex Corbin. Jack Margaritas. Max Tansini. Liam Dupel. Shane Donahue. And Ian Johnson, PAC champion for cross country. Congratulations all. It is with great pride that we recognize our undefeated girls golf team and their achievement in clinching the PAC championship. This exceptional team, led by coaches Gail Davis and Kelly Sorber, finished the PAC season undefeated, a historic first for our girls golf. Their unwavering commitment to excellence and continued improvement is a shining example for all, and we are honored to celebrate their extraordinary success this evening. Congratulations. So please come up when I call your name. Abigail McCorkle. Meredith Imes. Saloni Patel. Jody Besecker. Brianna King. Nadia Yakonitz. Annabelle Willenbecker. And Julia Minder. And finally, congratulations to Ayush Patel for his remarkable victory in the fiercely competitive PAC Boys Golf Individual Championship. With guidance from Coach Tavio Hunsicker, Ayush faced the challenging elements of mist, rain, and gusty winds at the Turtle Creek Golf Course, recording a remarkable score of 76 and solidifying a three-way tie for first place after the regulation 18 holes. Ayush clinched the title in sudden death with a birdie on the first playoff hole. We are proud to celebrate your triumph here tonight. Congratulations, Ayush Patel, PAC champion for golf. And now we're going to take a 5-minute recess and go outside and in the vestibule and take pictures.
back. All right. We're going to head on to public comment. I have one person signed up, a lot of people in the room, so I'm not sure if the device is working. So we'll start with Crystal Moyer.
Okay. Good evening, Crystal Moyer, Skipback Township. I work with children in my profession and have witnessed a real shift in the children, their attitudes and relational skills. I attended a conference this fall and learned a term, up-aging, becoming older, younger. Children are becoming psychologically and academically and sometimes physically older than their chronological age. Are we encouraging our children to grow up too fast? All too soon, they will be out in the world dealing with adult situations. Yes, we are preparing them for that now, but in some of our methods, are we robbing them of their childhood? I believe I have seen some of these methods in our school and how we as adults, the community, are relating to one another. The purpose of school is to train our children academically. Are we allowing the school to get caught up in issues that should be dealt with outside the school, areas that are for the families to train and have age-appropriate discussions with their children? From what I understand, there is to be a separation of school and religion, yet we still see the promotion of religion and beliefs right here in this school. I believe we just need to get back to the basics of what our children need to excel academically, a safe environment, curriculum that stays on task in truth and history, and a counseling center that is there for those who need it. We also need an understanding among the community that we are all making concessions for our children to do school together. It is not one-sided. I believe there are people in this room who legitimately care about our children. We just get off track sometimes. Thank you to the administration for encouraging, training, and equipping our children's teachers and the time you spend preparing for meetings and reports. Thank you to the teachers who genuinely care about our children and their education. Thank you to the board members for meeting, taking your time and energy to read, be informed, be prepared, and ready to discuss matters involving our children. We all have a vested interest here. I pray we leave our hurt, agendas, and anger at the door and focus on the well-being of our children. How we handle these issues as adults will allow our children to just be kids. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to speak? Seeing none, we will move on. Student liaison report.
Yeah, we just like to highlight a few things. Tomorrow night is Powder Puff, seniors versus juniors. I believe it's $5 at the gate at the stadium. It's a really awesome event for the students to show out and for the girls to have a great time playing some football. Claire?
We'd also like to wish luck to our winter athletes who begin tryouts and practices this Friday, and encourage the community to get out and see some of those events if you can and support our students. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Give a brief president's report. I just want to congratulate Dr. Wade Weston, Bob Liggett, Todd McKinney, Trina Saylor, and of course Laura White for their winning of the election last Tuesday. And I look forward to working with them over the next 2 years. And to Matt Dorr, Kim Mayers, Dr. Kolar, Rena Kolar, and Sarah Evans Brockett, congratulations on your term coming to an end. Dr. Russell.
I echo what Mr. Saylor just shared. I would like to once again thank the individuals who are transitioning off of the board, Mr. Dorr, Mrs. Evans Brockett, Dr. Kolar, and Mrs. Mayers. Thank you for your service to the district. You have contributed to the lives of our students and to our community. And welcome to the individuals that prevailed in the election. Ms. White, it'll be good to continue working with you, along with Mrs. Sadler, Mr. McKinney, Mr. Liggett, and Dr. Weston. So congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to getting started. Thank you.
Yeah, I would just like to reiterate for the board that there was a Commonwealth Court decision last week regarding the Sunshine Law, and the district administration and board will have to be much more diligent in regard to last-minute changes to the agenda. They've been greatly restricted. So, and Dr. Russell pointed that out to the board in the superintendent's letter.
Any board members have any district and committee reports? Seeing none, I look for approval for the consent agenda. Is there a second? Any discussions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Fountain, education.
Dr. Smith, is there anything to add?
Nothing to add, thank you.
And 4.02 is just the enrollment report. My section is complete.
Thank you very much. Ms. White, business.
5.01 is, was the Finance Committee of the Whole. Mr. Weaver, is there anything to add?
There is nothing to add.
Thank you. 5.02, 3, 4, all on consent. 5.05 is a motion to approve a confidential settlement and release agreement as presented, and I so move.
Do I have a second? I have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
5.06 is on consent. 07 was the report on grants and donations, and 5.08 is a motion to approve the transfer of funds from unassigned fund balance as presented, and I so move.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. And the ayes have it.
And that ends my section.
Thank you very much. Payment of bills, Mrs. Mayers.
Thank you. 6.01, motion for ratification of bills and payroll and authorization of payments, and I so move.
Do I have a second? I have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
6.02, the motion is to approve the treasurer's report and financial statements, and I so move.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
That ends my section. Thank you.
Professional, thank you very much. Professional personnel, Mr. Dorr.
Thank you. 7.01 through 704 on consent. 705 was removed from the agenda. 706 through 711 are on consent. 712 is approval for a motion to approve memorandum of understanding as presented, and I so move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
713 and 14 are also on consent. 715 is a motion to approve a separation and release agreement, and I so move.
Do I have a second? Second. I have a second. Any discussions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And the ayes have it.
And 7.16 is an approval for winter coaches for the 2023-24, and the motion is to approve the winter coach, Janine Smith, and I so move.
Do I have a second? Discussions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
That's my section.
Thank you very much. Support personnel, Ms. Campley.
Eight-
Dr. Campley.
8.01 through 8.03 are on consent. 8.04 and 05, action was taken on the 6th. 8.06 and 07 are on consent. And 8.08 is a motion to rescind provisional employment as listed. And I so move.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay.
That ends my section.
Motion's approved. Thank you. Governance, Mr. Keenan.
All right, 901, we have a first reading of 143, Standards for Persistently Dangerous Schools, 144, Standards for Victims of Violent Crimes, 823, naloxone, 825, State Mandate Waivers, 827, Conflict of Interest, 912, Relations with Educational Institutions, 902, we have a motion to hold a second reading and adopt policies as listed. We have 822, Automated External Defibs, number 6, meetings, 216.1, Supplemental Discipline Records, 251, Students Experiencing Homelessness, Foster Care, and Other Educational Instability, and 6.3, Recordings of Board Meetings. Do we need, we have I made a motion to hold a second reading and adopt the policies.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay.
All right, and then
Ayes have it.
Sorry. And then 9.03, we have a motion to approve an exception to Board Policy 204, in which we're going to allow 8 days instead of 5 for Army basic training.
Is there
I
a
make
second?
a motion. Yeah.
Second.
2 seconds. Only need one. I'll take Mrs. Mayers for the record. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it.
All right, and that ends my section.
Thank you very much. Comments from the audience? Anyone from the audience would like to make a comment? Seeing none. Comments from any board members? Would any board members like to make a comment? Mr. Dorr?
Hold on, I do have a comment.
Okay, hold on. We're going to go back.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. We're going to reopen up comments from the audience.
So, I haven't done this in 6 years, so this is my first time commenting. I just want to thank my wife, Rena Kolar, for 6 years. Oh, Mahesh Kolar, Trap Township. If you didn't know me by now. So 6 years has been long. There have been a lot of late nights, a lot of different things, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of Perkiomen Valley School District. And we will be enjoying the rest of our time, not with the board. So thank you, everyone.
Would anyone else from the audience like to make a comment? Seeing none, Mr. Dorr.
I can't top that. So
No.
I'm just going to say thank you for the opportunity to serve, and I enjoyed the last, well, that might be an overstatement. Enjoyed the last 5+ years, but good luck to Perkiomen Valley and good luck to administration and the district. Thank you.
Mrs. Mares?
First, I want to say it's great to still see a lot of community involvement here tonight, so thanks for coming out. I just want to thank the community for your support over the last 4 years. Some of you who've supported me, some of you who haven't. I've enjoyed working with the administration, the board, and the community, and I want to thank especially Dr. Russell and Mr. Saylor. I have liked and enjoyed working with both of you, and I've learned a lot. So thank you for that. Excuse me. I want to continue to encourage our community to stay involved, as we all know that as we engage, volunteer, we can effect positive change, and that is a great thing. So lastly, I just wish the best to our PV students and our school district. So go PV.
Thank you. Any other board members? Dr. Kolar.
Okay, I'm a little caught off guard after that, but thank you. I did write up a few things I wanted to point out because I was thinking a lot last night about why I decided to join the school board and how the past 6 years have been. So just want to share some of my reflections. When I was appointed in 2018, I said that my goals were to focus on mental health issues and to really work on improving some of our district facilities while having minimal tax implications for our residents. So going back, I looked through what we've done, and I'm proud to say that in the first 4 years I was on the board, we added 9 mental health positions to our staff, 7 counselors, 1 for each building, along with 2 social workers. We also implemented a health and wellness curriculum to elementary specialists to be proactive in addressing mental health. So those are some things that I think we should all be very proud of, those of us who helped make that happen. We made several improvements to facilities, particularly South Elementary. That became a huge task when I was first appointed, finding all the issues in that building, and I'm proud that we were able to keep that school open and make some beautiful improvements to it. And we added some really key positions to our staff and students. To support our staff and students, we added inclusion facilitators, coordinator of equity inclusion, and supervisor of health and wellness, and our assistant superintendent. So those were all positions that did not exist when I first came onto the board. Unfortunately, none of us could have predicted a global pandemic that would throw us off course and force us to make some really difficult decisions. This division that came up during that time was really difficult, but I think that all of us sitting here made the decisions that we thought were the best ones for the safety and staff of our students. So whether people agreed with us or not, I hope you all remember that we didn't have all the information then that we have now. And I hope that moving forward, we can just put politics behind us and focus on what this district needs and that we all are here because we want the best for our students. Finally, just want to say some thank yous to the faculty and administration. I enjoyed working with many of you, and I admire the time that you've dedicated to our students and families. Dr. Russell, Dr. Smith, thank you so much for your hours that you put in for everything you do. To the families and students who put their trust in us, thank you for putting us in this position and trusting us to make these decisions. Thank you for sending kind emails and words of encouragement during some really difficult times, and for remembering that at the end of the day, we are volunteers and we do this because we want to do this for our community. To my friends, many of you are here tonight. Thank you for putting up with me when I was stressed out and not sure if I could keep going. Two special thank yous. Laura and Miss White, thank you for being my friend through these past 4 years. We started as colleagues and we're ending as really great friends, and I wish you the best of luck to you and your new team. Sarah, we've been through a lot in 6 years, and I'm thankful we went through it together. We started out again just as colleagues, and now you've become one of my best friends. So what I'll treasure most from this time is I'm leaving with the best friend for life. And finally, to my family, my husband, you all saw how amazing he is. My kids were in 4th and 6th grade when I was started on the board. Now they're in 10th and 12th, so they've been through a lot too. They've had to have me away for many evenings and many late nights worrying about these decisions. Sometimes my kids had to listen to negative comments during the school day and actually found themselves defending some of my decisions, which is not something I ever wanted them to experience. So the main reason I chose not to run for another term is because of them. I need to take some time to focus on my family and enjoy the rest of the time that my kids have left at PV. So that said, this was a little longer than I planned. While I may no longer have a seat at this table, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be here just on the other side of the podium, but I'll keep advocating for this district.
I'll round us out here. So I can't compete with that. And obviously my husband couldn't compete with Mr. Kolar. So I'll be expecting flowers delivered tomorrow. But I sat here actually right around where Jim and Amy are sitting 6 years ago, being interviewed to be appointed to the board. And I said then that my goal was about the children. And that's always been my goal, is to focus on the children. So I hate the politics of this position. So I'm happy to be leaving elected office, but I'm excited to continue my focus on our children. So I'm going to do a little plug here for the Power Packs program, because I have some of my people in the audience. That program has grown so much during my time on the board, and I think some of it has been because of being a board member. So a plug, we have our annual holiday shop coming up the first week of December. I'm expecting over 200 kids this year, so please consider donating. There are bins in all of our schools. There's information on our Facebook page about how to donate. And then lastly, I just want to point out that today is World Kindness Day. So I'm going to end my final comment as a board member by reciting the same Mr. Rogers quote that I did in my 2021 graduation speech. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Thank you.
I also want to echo what Kim, Matt, Rena, and Sarah have said, in that 4 years ago when we all were appointed to the position of school board director, I don't know that we really saw any of the last 4 years coming. But I will say that it was a great pleasure to serve with you. I have extended my personal gratitude, and the relationships and the lessons learned were really valuable and actually life-changing. So I want to say thank you for your service. I also want to say thank you to Dr. Smith. It is her last meeting today. And we greatly, as a school district, on behalf of all of us, I think we can safely say we are all better off for your service here at the district. So thank you very much.
Any other board members? Dr. Russell?
Enjoy those extra hours each month that you're going to have working around the table. Seriously, thanks again.
Okay, 10.03 is a notice of video recording disclaimer. Just note the board did have an executive session earlier today for the purpose of student discipline. And with that, the meeting is adjourned.